Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about this look that I created. And it is basically a get ready with me chit chat video, something new for my channel. So I hope you enjoy it. So if you'd like to see what I'm talking about in my chit chat and how I got to this beautiful, beautiful, in my opinion, Christmas party look, come on back. Alrighty, so like I said, I'm going to do a get ready with me for a Christmas party look and chit-chatty. So this will be my first time doing this, so hope you guys like it. I want to start off by telling you, I already did my primer and my moisturizing of my face, and I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Foundation as well in the color medium dark 145. So let go. Let me go ahead and prime under my eyes. So I'm not going to do a lot of talking too much about the makeup. It's going to be more about, I don't know, today's topics. Like the first thing that pops to my mind is I saw this video on YouTube, and it was about this young lady, which I'm sure a lot of you may have already heard about it, but it's a young lady who was walking through the park, and I can't remember what state it was in, but she was in college. She was a freshman, young girl, and she was walking through the park, and she was stabbed to death. She was like 18, and she was just walking through the park. And the sad thing is that it was kids that killed her, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and the other one, from the last I heard, was still out there. They hadn't caught him yet. And I guess apparently they attempted to rob her and then stabbed her multiple times. And she made her way up to the guard station. And when she did, she collapsed. And, you know, she was still alive then, but she died at the hospital, which is really, really sad. For anybody, I don't care who it was. She was 18 years old, you know, college student, just living her life. Freshman at that. So, you know, it's sad. It's just sad that these kind of things happen, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. You know, you can't go anywhere, you know, daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter, you know. And then this time of year, it's probably worse because you got people that are, you know, homeless or out of work, and or just plain criminals that just, you know, this is how they make their money. They rob people, you know. So it's just sad that not only did it happen to her, but the kids that did it to her were so young, like babies themselves. So it's like, how do you do something like that at such a young age? I mean, I don't know why. I'm not really surprised because, you know, again, it happens all the time. That's how today's world is. But, you know, it's still sad. I feel sad for the family, you know, of the girl, her friends, you know, the family, for the kids that did this, because, you know, whether they came from a good home or not, you know, their families weren't, you know, in for this ride. You know what I mean? So it's just sad. I'm really sad that these type of things keep happening in our world. But, you know, just be aware of your surroundings. You know, unfortunately, you know, you can't be out at night by yourself. You know, it's not her fault in any way, shape, or form, because, you know, she should have been able to do whatever she wanted at any time of day and no one approach her and stab her to death. Like, you know, just be careful out there, especially at this time of year. It's scary, you know. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. If you have an opinion, if you've seen the video, heard anything else about it, let me know what you think. So, I guess what I want to talk about too is the beauty community. I just started my YouTube channel, so I'm not, I mean, I'm in the beauty community in that way, just starting out. Very, very, very small YouTuber. But I have an opinion. I have, you know, I watch a lot of these big YouTubers that have all the drama, and some of the drama channels. I haven't watched the drama channels in a little bit just because, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of them, the ones that I watch, I won't put anybody's names out there, but the ones that I watch, I feel like kind of do a little bit of the clickbait, because I feel like that's what's turned me off lately about watching them. I've noticed that when I go to click on their videos, you know, it's not as exciting and dramatic as I thought it was going to be when they went ahead and you click on the video. I'm just like, that's not really what I thought I was going to see. They make mountains out of molehills, I think, sometimes to get you to click on the video. And, you know, clickbait isn't just with them. It's a lot of places, a lot of channels, a lot of, you know, people do that to get their views. I'm going to say here and now, I'll never do that. I'm not going to say something that I'm not going to talk about or exaggerate something to get someone to look at my channel. I'm not here for all of that. Of course I want views. Of course I want subscribers. You know, no one gets on here and doesn't want any of that, but I'm not going to lie to get it. I'm not going to, you know, reword the truth or any of those kind of things. I'm just up here because I really like it and I'm having fun. And I love makeup and I love beauty. And I just feel like I just want to share that with you guys and anyone who's interested, you know, in listening or watching my channel, little old me on YouTube. The platform of YouTube is big enough for everybody. There's so many people on YouTube. You know, it's big enough for everybody. There's no need for everybody to, you know, badmouth each other and, you know, say mean things to people. And, you know, like this whole Jaclyn Hill thing, you know, how people are browbeating her so badly, you know, because of her lipsticks. I get that her lipsticks were not great. You know, I wasn't on YouTube at that time. I would have liked to have bought like one or two of them. You know, I did refrain because of all the drama and all the things that I heard, but, you know, I wouldn't have gone on and badmouthed her and call her names and talk about, you know, her body and her weight and all. I mean, that's just so personal and so extra. It's like, okay, talk about the business, talk about, you know, that you're upset, that you may or may not have gotten a refund, things like that. I understand that, but none of that is personal. None of that has anything to do with her weight. None of that has anything to do with her personally as a person. She's still a person. She made a mistake. She didn't handle it the best way, you know, clearly. There's no disputing that. But I just feel like people talking about her personally is like, that's taking it way too far and way out of the ballpark, you know. I just feel like she's still human. I feel like, you know, the big YouTubers are almost like celebrities, you know. They're, once they become that big and celebrities, it's like, it's fair game. Like, it's open season. They can be, you know, treated like the celebrities, because that's a whole nother can of worms as well. But I just think it's kind of unfair. You know, they are people. They are human. Their feelings get hurt. No one wants to go up on their channel or anywhere and see people talking about them personally, like whatever it is you want to say negative about someone. No one's perfect. Even all these people out there that, you know, that we look at and think are perfect and think, oh, I'd love to have her eyebrows, or I'd love to have her butt, or, you know, I'd love to look like her, or a guy, I'd love to look like him, I'd like to have his muscles, whatever the case is. Those people, trust me, they are insecure too about certain things about themselves. No one thinks they're perfect. And if they do, they're wrong, because no one is. And I just feel really bad for those people, because they don't deserve that. I mean, just some of the things I see people say, I'm just like, oh my God, really? Like, how can you be so mean? But, you know, who knows what they've been through in their life that's made them that way, you know? I think everybody's been through something at some point in their life. And everybody's the way they are because of their life. Like, you know, you got to think those people that are so mean and who are online trolling and saying all these horrible things to people, they had to have been through some bad stuff to be so mean to strangers, to people they don't even know. I mean, even if it's a celebrity or a YouTuber that's big, you don't know these people personally. Yeah, you may know what you see online and what you hear and things like that and with the celebrities, but we don't know these people. They are complete strangers to us and vice versa. So, you know, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. My plan is, like I said, I'm brand new. So maybe I'm kind of stepping out of line talking, but I kind of feel like I'm not because I've been watching YouTube long enough. I feel like my plan is to just get up here and do me. Do me. People that subscribe, people that watch me, people that like me, you know, whether it be people at work that watch my channel, whether it be you people out there that I don't know that have come and joined my little family. I'm going to try to do what you guys like and what I like. That's what it's about. I don't care about everybody else's channel. I don't care what they're doing. You know, if people get on here and make really mean comments about me, okay, it's going to happen. I know that. It hasn't happened yet, thank God. And I appreciate that, you know, but it's coming. It happens. But I'm okay with it to the extent that I'm just going to do me regardless. So, you know, it really doesn't matter what people say about me or you or anybody, because we're all going to do you. So anyway, when it comes to the celebrity thing, I think that is crazy as well. Like, yeah, a lot of people say, well, you know, they signed up for this. They knew that this was part of the game. Being a celebrity is having people talk about you and follow you around and take your picture when you don't want it taken and all that good stuff. Sure, to a certain extent, I can see that. Only in the way that, yes, they knew that that would happen. Because, yes, it does, and it has for centuries. Like, it's not new, and they're not the first and definitely won't be the last. But on that same token, I don't think that makes it okay. It doesn't make it all right that people harass these poor people. They're just human. And this acting and, you know, whatever it is they do in the celebrity world, it's just a job. It's their job. Like, we're the ones that put them on these big pedestals and make them out to be bigger than they really are, like these gods and, you know, not human. We're the ones that do that as far as being fans and things like that, if that makes sense. So, you know, a lot of them didn't ask for that. They just want to go to work, act in their little movie, make their money, and live their life. They have families, you know, they have homes, they have everything that we have. They need food to eat. They put their pants on the same way. If you cut them, they bleed. They're human. They're people. They're not gods. You know, we don't have gods and goddesses in this day and age. You know, that time has come and gone. So it's like, I say just leave these poor people alone. You know, let's think about that. What do you think about celebrities and how we treat them and, you know, how people stalk them and hide in the bushes to take pictures? And I mean, so let's see, what else can we talk about? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. How about that? You know, there's a lot of people that follow me that I know personally from work. So they do know a little bit about me. Well, the ones that are closer to me know a lot about me, but you know what I mean. You know what I get the gist. So I am going to be 50 March 8th. Okay, the big 50. That's a big number. That's a really big number. I really am not bothered. And the closer it gets, the less bothered I am about it, because I'm not going to lie. But then I was bothered about turning 30. I was bothered about turning 40. I was bothered about turning 50. None of us want to get older. Like, that's not, oh, I can't wait to turn 40. I can't wait to turn 50. You know, I'm just going to say I'm happy to be alive. I mean, my father, unfortunately, God rest his soul, I love him, miss him every day. He died at 48 in a motorcycle accident. And he wasn't hot rodding. He wasn't doing any of that. He was just living his life. He was going to work. And for whatever reason, we don't know what happened. We just know that he ran off the road, hit a pole, and that was it. So I got to the age 48, the more I worried, honestly, about surviving 48. I know that probably sounds crazy to some of you, but I will honestly say that was a concern, mainly because, you know, when my dad died, I was 19, so I was very young, and 48 to me, of course, was old. Not old, but it was old. You know, I didn't see myself 48 because I was 19. So, you know, when I started approaching it and I realized how not old that really is, I thought, okay, well, I hope I make it past 48. You know, it was just a little thought in the back of my mind. You know, I'm not going to say that it didn't concern me, because it did, you know. And when I made it past 48, I was, of course, happy, because I was like, I really don't want to die young. And to me, 48 is extremely young now that I'm 48. You know, or now that I was 48, that's extremely young to me. So, and it really is. It's not that old. So, you know, here I am at 49, getting ready to turn 50. So I'm very happy. All of that was meant to say that I'm very happy that I've made it to 50. So I can't be, you know, thinking, oh, you know, I'm going to be 50. No, what I need to be thinking is that I'm glad that I made it to 50, that God's allowed me to live another day, another year, you know, another decade, shall I say? Ooh, when you turn 50, decade's an ugly word, but, you know, God's allowed me to get to that point. So I can't be upset. I'm happy and I'm celebrating that I'm going to be 50. And damn it, I don't look like I'm going to be 50. So there's that. Let's just say there's that. So anywho, I work, excuse me, for a hospital. I'm not, of course, going to say where, but I do like insurance verification. I do, you know, I follow up with patients and go up and make sure that their paperwork's completed when they get admitted to the hospital, things like that. So let me say I love my job. I love my job. You know, a lot of people can and can't say that. You know, there was a time in my life where I didn't like my job. I left the hospital. I've worked there for 19 years, and I did leave for about a year to try 2 other jobs, still with the same company. I didn't leave the company. I just went to 2 different places within the company. And, you know, both those jobs I really did not like. I mean, I don't want to say I hated it, because hate's such a bad word, but, you know, I did. I hated them. You know, the one job, it was great as far as people, the people that I worked with, the patients that came in, everybody was great, you know, but I didn't care for the job. The job was not for me. I don't want to be so stressed out and so torn in so many directions that by the time I get home, I'm so tired and so stressed because, you know, my day was so rough. I don't want that kind of job. I left there to go to another job thinking, you know, hey, the grass is greener on the other side. Of course, at my age, I know that's not true. It's not always greener on the other side. That's definitely for sure. But, you know, so I went in a little dark. That's what I get for not tapping my brush better. But, so, you know, I learned, you know, again, that that's not always true, because I went to a second job, which was basically like a call center type of situation. Setting up appointments for patients who call in to set up, like, you know, mammograms, ultrasounds, any kind of radiology testing, that kind of thing. We didn't do like surgeries. That's a whole nother department, but, you know, that's the kind of thing we did. And I didn't like that because it was like a central place for all of the hospitals to have it done. So it's like they had everybody calling in to get scheduled for things, and every single hospital within that chain, if you want to call it a chain, they do things different. You would think because they're all under the same umbrella, every hospital would be the same, but they're not. But overall, I didn't care for the environment. I didn't care for, it was just too many people in one place that everybody had something to say about somebody else, and just, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't my kind of zhuzh. I'm sure y'all understand that. So, you know, I had to get out of there too. I had to go. And, you know, of course I did. I got fortunate, and the hospital that I worked at, which is really the only place since I've worked for this company that I've felt 100% comfortable, a position happened to come open in a department that I originally left to go work the other jobs. And I jumped on that. I said, oh, yeah. And then once I got back, I felt so much at home. I felt so much better. I didn't hate my job. I didn't feel stressed going to work. You know, it was so much better. So, you know, and then of course I moved up from there because I don't even remember how long I was there, if it was a couple years or how long I had been back, but a position came open, which is the position that I'm in now, because the person that was in that position moved up to do something different. And because he moved up, I applied for his job. And when I went and talked to him and, you know, kind of sat with him and saw what he did, I was like, oh, this is up my alley. This is something I could do. So I went ahead and applied, and there were a couple other people that applied as well. And I was fortunate enough to be the one that got chosen for the job. And I have been with that job ever since, and I love my job. I, like I said, have days where that job drives me crazy. No job is perfect all of the time. But overall, I have no desire to change jobs. Of course, it was a move up for me, so I made more money. It moved me into a bracket where I could keep going up, because I kind of was already at my max at the job that I was in. So this was another way for me to start being able to get raises again, you know. So, you know, that was all great. Great, great, great. Made me very happy. So the medical world, you know, it's a business. So, you know, I do a great job at making sure that we get paid, because I look for insurance. I look for, you know, to make sure if someone comes in without their insurance card, you know, I have all my little tips and tricks to figure out how to find their insurance if they don't have it. And, you know, there's just lots of things. I go above and beyond. Let's just say that. I feel like I do. Let me tap myself on the shoulder, because I do. I mean, I feel confident at my job. And when I started out at my job at this facility that I work at, I started out in the emergency room, and I'm not a nurse or anything. I'm not on the clinical side. It's all clerical. So I basically did registration. And so now I did that for 7 years, and, you know, I liked it, you know, but I also got worn out, because the ER is a very stressful place, as everybody knows. That's not a secret. And so, you know, I had to move on, and that's when I went to where I was, and then things just kept going and going. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, and I'm going to finish my face, because I don't want to make this video too terribly long. Alrighty, so I'm back almost with the final look. I went ahead and put some glitter on my eyes, and I did all my other face makeup, and I also used, so you know, the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette for this look today. Yes, let me show you the colors I used real quick, and then we can move it on. I went in with these two colors, the black and the brown. I used this right here, and then of course this beautiful glitter. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that glitter. Isn't that gorge? Yes, yes, bitch, yes. I used that, and it came out absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. So I wanted to wear a red lip, of course, because it is a Christmas party. So I'm going to wear Ruby Woo from MAC, one of the ultimate beautiful red lipsticks. So yes, I wanted to put that on for you guys and tell you what I'm wearing. So here is my final party look. So the wig that I'm wearing is Invisible Deep Part Wig by Studio Cut in Vava Volume in the color OP Bronze. Now, it was much longer, and I cut it because it was way too long for me, because it's so much hair, so I cut it. And I've had this wig for a while. It's not new, but I just wanted to share with you what I'm wearing, just so you know. And look at that pretty bronze color in there for the highlights. Woo, Gorga, it is a middle part. Gorgeous wig. So this is my final look. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching my Get Ready With Me Chit Chat video. I hope you liked it. It's something new for me. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that little bell so that you can get notified of all my uploads. And again, thank you guys so much. I really had fun making this video for you guys. So anyway, I will see you in my next one. And I'm going to have fun at my little Christmas party. So bye-bye, guys.